Like I literally am verifiably a millionaire. My assets total over $1 million. I have a science degree. Uh, Graduated with a 4.2 with that science degree. Definitely, I've been a federal law officer, as well as I ran fire crews for the state of Utah. Here's my federal badge right here. Okay. And here's my state badge. All right, so Mr. Euro and Travel. I actually own over $500,000 in ARC alone. And then we can add the value of the house. That right there adds up to $1.25 million. And the guy constantly like, you don't make no money. And like, bro, I fucking recycle silver and gold every day. Right? Like it's mind-boggling how these maggots can sit there and look at murder and call it self-defense when murder is not self-defense. And so here's in my life, both as a civilian and a state officer and a federal officer, I have had guns point blank in my face 7 times. I never had to kill anybody in self-defense, much less murder anybody. All right, seven times point blank gun to my face. I've been literally hit by a car, moving vehicles going 30 miles an hour. Got up and walked away because that's not a death sentence. You can get killed by being hit by a car. Generally, it's going 40 miles an hour or faster to have that kind of mass, and then you got to get impaled into something. People get run over completely and survive it when the vehicle runs right over your entire body, right? It's kind of mind-boggling how people can look at murder and call it self-defense. The guy had his gun out. We can watch the videos, and the moment you hear a woman screaming no is when the gun's being pulled out. That's why she's screaming no. And that's before the car even starts into reverse. The guy's drawing his weapon. His premeditated fucking bitch was the words he said after he shot her. It's pretty obvious. So again, you just join in here. I've been face down, weapons in my face, point blank. I've been shot at, but as a civilian and as well as a federal officer and a state officer, I was trained to deal with people with guns. As a federal officer, I was trained that every civilian we encounter was considered to hate the government to begin with, B, armed with a firearm, and C, under the influence of drugs and alcohol, right? And generally people respect you when you give them respect, right? When you disrespect folks, they're going to disrespect right back. So the First Amendment is not a death sentence. The Migra has absolutely zero jurisdiction as actually police. The standard policy, especially after Supreme Court rulings in the 70s, is that we do not, as law enforcement, place ourselves into greater danger. We don't shoot into moving vehicles. Even if that vehicle is being weaponized, if there ain't a gun sticking out and shooting at you, you don't shoot at the vehicle because, as you can see, it careened off, and had there been somebody off to the side there, they would have been run over at that point. It would have been a double murder. But of course, the way the maggot Nazis work, and they're going to say that, oh, she killed the bystander too, right? That's how they're trying to spin this shit. But factually, you can have someone run you over intentionally. I should do this as a fucking demonstration, because getting a car rolling over you isn't even going to kill you, even if that was something that could possibly happen. But physics show that that's not something that was going to happen, even though the guy walked in front of the vehicle and started pulling his gun out before the vehicle was moving. He did violate standard policy of any law enforcement, as well as they're fucking Migra. They ain't police. Anyhow, yeah, you can. I've been hit 3 times, like I said. Did some damage to my bicycle seat. Broke a pedal one time. I got a couple scrapes and bruises. right? No need to kill somebody. No, I've been attacked by 9 people, physically beat me up, literally tried to kill me, right? But I didn't have to kill any of them in self-defense. You got to be a real snowflake pansy to think that a car moving from a dead stop when you're on the side is an attempt to kill you, right? But I don't believe that Officer Johnson even believed that whatsoever. The dude's gun was coming out before the vehicle was moving. We can timestamp the woman screaming. No, she's observing the cop pulling his gun out. There's no other. Um, the other is people claiming he was hit, and that's the shaking of the video of his own phone. That's his gun going off. That's not him being hit. That's him shooting his weapon. It's if you've never shot a gun while holding a phone, I've lined up my own weapon, trying to show the distant shot of where I use iron sights, and I'm shooting at 200 yards at a 2x2 square. Right? It's kind of hard to actually line that shot up and pull the trigger and hit the target that way, but I'm quite capable of making that shot. My dad taught me how to shoot, taught me gun respect. You don't pull your gun out unless you're intending on killing somebody with it, right? That's one of the most basic tenets of firearm safety is you don't pull it out and you don't point it unless you're planning on killing, right? That's the use of the tool. There's very few people who are adept enough to actually shoot and hit a target without aiming, right? There are people who can do that. Anyhow, murder is not self-defense. Go out in the world, make it a better place with the meat suit you was given to do it in.